You can't take one out without taking the other out. So you have to let them grow together. And the only way you can tell them the difference is one bears fruit. And as good Christians, we should be bearing fruit. Amen. There should, it's like, because when also the one where Jesus was walking through it, he seen the little fig tree and it wasn't producing. What did he do? He plucked it up. Because it's not, he wants us to be producers. He wants us to produce a good fruit. And because what's that going to do? If you see a tree with a good fruit on it, you go pick one of them. I got some pear trees, and that's how it is. That fruit gets on that tree, and it's so ripe, and so it looks so delicious, you got to go over there and get one. There's just something about that. You see how they use that illustration as well as how the devil tempted Eve about the tree and stuff and the fruit that was on it and stuff, because that was fruit. Those trees were bearing fruit, and that's what he wants us to be, fruit bearers. We're supposed to be bearing, not desolate and without, because he's given us everything that we can have. He's given us the plan. He's given us a new opportunity each day to put his plan in effect. And so we have to just know that he wants us to continue to work that plan and be productive and to be producers and for him.
That's right.
That Christ used the things around him to bring the knowledge of the word to those in that time, and the Spirit of the Lord is doing the same today. And he does it through the laying on hands, praying for the lost and stuff. And so we know there's all kinds of things that you can take out there to help win the lost. You can take the word as well as you can take prayer cloths. You can put the prayers in the prayer box. All these things he's given us, and the communicating, like I say, with each other. We can't stop communicating with each other. We have to follow up and follow through with each other so we know how each other's doing. We have the compassion and love for each other. He wanted to put spiritual truths in a form easily remembered. That's why he used the things around him and stuff. And you can do the same thing on your job. Don't just talk about your boss. Pray with others about your boss. If your boss is so bad, pray with others about how the boss is doing. Pray for him. Even if he's not saved, pray that he gets saved.
That's right.
Same with your spouse. Don't go home beating your spouse up about verbally. Please don't do it physically. But pray for it. Put them before the altars and before the church, in the prayer box and stuff. And so allow people to pray for them and stuff. That's how that works, and that's the tools and methods that he wants us to go through. To show his kingdom here. See, because we're working on that kingdom here, but his kingdom to come, you can have part of that too. Those are those gifts and those callings. Those are that part of that kingdom to come. And we can walk in them as well, and in his abundance and his goodness and all those things there. Those are all help us to see and feel part of that kingdom to come, his glory. When we walk in his glory, or his glory comes down in the midst, and people just automatically get healed in the church. That's his kingdom to come. Because he said when they left Egypt, there was none feeble. So he don't want us none feeble or none walking in affliction today. You don't have to. It's all a matter of getting spiritually prepared and having fruitful people pray for you. And then believing. That's what it's all about and stuff. And said not to receive. So remember, and to avoid offense with people who would not receive the truth. Those are those around him. Those tares. That's what he's talking about. Say good preaching, but he would also declare judgment upon those who would willfully be blind to the truth. Because there's some of them, they're just not going to be reached. Just like the brother said this morning, this is some that you're not going to reach. It might be someone else's time to reach them when God is ready.